Howdy. Today is Monday, the 22nd of January. We are in Mesa, Arizona. It's our winter months, which doesn't really seem like winter for a lot of you that are in the cold country, but we've got rain tonight. I got my garage door open, enjoying the nice cooler weather. So tonight, Dixie and I are going to continue to work on the project saw that we're doing together, John Sered 2071 with a Highway 372 52 millimeter big bore kit. Tonight we're going to put the case halves together. We're going to put our gasket on. Obviously we're going to heat our bearing and put the halves together. I'm going to do a lot of the work because it's a little more intricate and things need to line up. Dixie's going to be here and help me. I've got my tripod here that I use for my glassing, my binoculars when I go hunting, and the Triclops rifle shooting saddle. Works real good. I used it yesterday when I put the bearings in the case. I was going out of my mind yesterday afternoon. I was impatient and I cleaned the case and I put the bearings in. My wife loves when I use her kitchen oven to heat the cases. I cleaned them really good. There was no oil on them. Didn't smoke out the house or anything like that. I put them in the oven at 350 for about 15-20 minutes. I pull the rack out and the bearings drop right in and I just let them cool. I don't shoot them with air, drop oil on them like I've seen in some videos. I just let them cool. We are using a Duke's case gasket and we are going to use Victor Ryan's Rhinzo-Sil. Normally I use, oh shoot, I can't think of the name of it. It's a white sealant. Dixie, why don't you walk around and pull that drawer open and pull a tube out that looks kind of like,
one?
Yep, that one. There's a tube in there like this. All right, cool, thanks. Durco HT is what I normally use, but tonight we're gonna use Victor Ryan's. Something I like to do for easy cleanup, I put a piece of tape on my table and I use Q-tips to apply the silicone. So I'm going to apply the silicone, put the gasket on, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to let the bearing heat. Dixie's gonna set a timer on her phone for 5 minutes. I find 5 minutes is more than sufficient heat to get the bearing to expand to be able to put the halves together. If the timer goes off before I'm done, we will just keep working and then we will pull the case half out of my vise and put it together. You ready, Dixie?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us today, you're gonna have to talk loud because this is gonna make some noise, but
okay.
Why don't you tell our friends out there in YouTube land what you did today? Be sure you talk loud.
We went on a field trip to Odyssey Aquarium, and my mom was a chaperone. And yeah.
What's at Odyssey Aquarium? What do you do there? What's?
Well, it's an aquarium, so it has a bunch of fish, but there was also a sloth there, and there was a toucan. Yeah. And also in the bathrooms, they're actually voted America's best bathrooms. Instead of mirrors, it goes, there's a glass and then there's a fish tank behind the bathrooms.
Cool. So there's just lots of, I've been to this aquarium before, it's lots of fish and other cool stuff. It's pretty neat. It's over in Scottsdale, Arizona. About a 35-minute drive from here. You got your timer going?
Oh yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Alright, hit start. There you go. Alright, good job. So I like using a Q-tip. I don't like getting this stuff all over my fingers. It's nasty, it's dirty, it's messy. Q-tip spreads on nice and easy. When I'm done, I just throw the Q-tip away. I roll it up inside the tape and it goes in the trash can. Before I prep this with denatured alcohol, there's a greaser, degreaser I should say. Evaporates quick, gets any oil off the surface. I'm new to building saws. Most of the things I've do, it's because I watched it on YouTube or somebody that I've become acquainted with has told me they do this or do that. I don't know if everybody does silicone on their case halves and then their gasket, or they just go gasket and then together, but this is how I do it. Right or wrong, I don't know, but this is how I like doing it. And I try to spread it as thin as I can so that I don't get squeezed out on the inside, especially at the crankcase. If it's anywhere else, I'm not so worried about it, but in the crank, I don't want to get little boogers on the inside. I took a zip tie and I zip tied my crank in place so I don't have to worry about it rotating around as we're trying to get the halves together, getting in the way, causing me to make a mess. So I'll get this on. I'll come back around the crankcase real quick with a Q-tip and mop up anything on the inside that might squeeze out and cause excess. So, alright, let's see if we put this on the correct one. Alright. Pretty good, not too much. Alright, I'll take my gasket, line it up with the dowel. Try not to touch the gasket in case my hands are not super clean and free of oil. Alright, just like that. I got 2 different size Q-tips. They're both medical grade. I buy them on Amazon. One's kind of a thicker Q-tip, one's thinner. I like the thinner ones. They seem to spread a little bit better, don't have so much cotton on them. Okay, so we're going to go over our 5 minutes, which will be just fine. That way we know that the bearing is sufficiently warmed and ready to go. When I'm done, pick it up, and there she goes. All right, so I like doing it on this block right here. I'm gonna turn it off. I got my screws, and my Allen all ready to go. Push it together, flip it over, and start putting the screws in. Oh, she's good and warm. I can feel it. I don't think
Warm enough?
I don't think it's warm enough.
Oh.
Well, we can fix that real quick. I may not have had it on the highest setting. It's all right. I may have had it too close too. Oh yeah. See how she's kind of smoking? No. Sometimes they're just a little difficult. Sometimes they go together a lot easier. I did one case a couple weeks ago and the halves just zipped right together. There wasn't any having to suck it in with the screws. It's not preferred to do it like this, but sometimes this is how you have to do it. You get the screws just snug, and then you take a couple turns, and you're just drawing it down. All right. Couple turns. Couple turns. So there's 4 case screws. There's going to be the 5th. And there is right here. All right. So, all things considered, even though it didn't go together how I wanted it to, because I had to suck the halves together, it did go together fairly easy. everything aligned well. I'm just gonna get them as tight as I can by hand. Dixie, in that drawer over there, there's a little brass hammer. I need it.
This one?
Yep, that one. All right. So now we're gonna check and see how the bearings aligned. I can already see kiddo, see how there's a big gap there and not there?
Yeah.
Now we fix that with this little mallet.
Okay.
Okay, we just give it. See how it frayed it up? So we're trying to get it even. All right. I think turns pretty good, guys. What do you think? Nice and free. All right. Well, you know, sometimes things don't go as we had planned. I don't like having to draw the cases together with the screws, but it sucked it in nice. Everything was aligned good. The bearing was hot enough that it still had enough give in it, and yeah, came together nice. I'm gonna check screws one more time. Getting tight, getting tight, getting tight, getting tight. Oh, really getting tight. And right here. Good and tight. All right. Check again. We have good rotation. All right, folks out there, wherever you might be, in the States, in Canada, across the pond, over the seas, through the woods. I'd say we go to Grandma's house, but Christmas already came and went. So, anyways, thanks for joining us tonight. As always, I'm Tim. This is Dixie, and we're building saws for my tree removal business in Mesa, Arizona, Pioneer Tree Removal. Thank you very much.